Kling has just added a brand new feature onto their platform called multi-elements, and it is absolutely amazing. It's essentially video inpainting, so you'll be able to either swap, add or delete elements from a video, and in today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to use it. So let's get started. So in order to access multi-elements, from the home page, just click on video and then you'll see that there is a new option over here called multi-elements. So multi-elements does not use the brand new 2.0 model. Instead, it's going to switch over to 1.6, but you can do some really cool stuff with this. So if you don't know what video inpainting is, this technology allows you to either swap out characters in a video that you've already generated while trying its best to keep the other elements in that video consistent. So you'll either be able to swap out characters, add characters or elements into a video, or remove them entirely. So I'm going to start with swap, and I'm going to swap out a character from a video that I've already generated. Now you'll notice here at the bottom by the prompt, there's a very specific structure that you need to follow, but as long as you do exactly what I'm doing, you won't have to worry about this too much. The first thing you want to do is upload the video that you want to use to swap out your character. It can be a character or it can be an object. Whatever you want to use, just drag and drop it over here so that it uploads. Once your video has uploaded, it will automatically switch to this screen, and this is very important because this is where you are going to make your selection for the object you actually want to swap out. So I want to swap out this Jack Russell for another dog. So as long as I hover over the dog and just left click over here, it's automatically going to make this green selection. So the AI does a very good job with making the selection, and from what I've noticed from experimenting with this technology, as long as you make the selection on the very first frame, it's always going to be on the first frame within this timeline, you should be good to go. But it does give you the opportunity to also scrub through this timeline and make some additional selections. Maybe this is a way to refine that selection in case your end result is not giving you an ideal result. But you can see over there, I just left clicked and created another selection. If I want to remove the selection, I just click on reduce selection and click on this minus sign. Right, but like I said, all you need to do is just make a selection for your subject on the first frame. Then go ahead and click on confirm. Now you'll notice that the prompt box has been populated with a structure over here. Right, but before we make any adjustments to the prompt, go ahead and upload your image. So I've already generated an image of a Shiba Inu, which I'm going to be replacing the Jack Russell with. So I'll drag and drop this over here by upload image. So just give that a couple of seconds, and you'll notice over here where it says at image, it's automatically going to add it into there. So now at this point we can actually adjust the prompt. So now we have to give the AI some context in order for this to work correctly. So you can see over here it says swap X from image 1. So my image 1 is a Shiba Inu, so I need to say swap the Shiba Inu from image 1 for the Jack Russell from the reference video, and it's literally as simple as that. Now you can see over here it uses 50 credits, so you'll just click on that and it will generate your output, and this is what it ended up giving me. You can see I've completely swapped my Jack Russell for a Shiba Inu, and the results look amazing. Now I do need to mention something, that this is the world of AI and you might get some strange results. In this case it has added in some additional cyclists, so depending on your intended use case, this result would still work perfectly fine for me. But sometimes you might get some strange results, like over here this guy spawns another version of himself, so you might need to re-roll that to get a take that you really like. Like for instance with this one, the ears just start looking really strange and I did not like how this ended up looking, so I just gave it one more re-roll until I got something that I liked. But it's literally as simple as that to swap out characters. Something else to mention, but it's not a given rule, but it tends to give me good results. Whenever you're generating an image that you're going to use as your subject for replacement, try and generate images that are against a white background or even a black background, because I feel like it makes the AI, it makes the job easier for the AI to extract your subject, since it doesn't need to focus on anything else. So you can try all sorts of stuff with this, but this is very important because you can actually use selection to swap out very specific items, like maybe an item of clothing or a vehicle. Remember I showed you if you just left click over here to put down one selection, it usually selects the entire character. But what if I want to select this pink fur coat? Well, I essentially need to put down more selection points. Now sometimes the AI works quite well and it will automatically select that garment for me. So there we go, you can see now it's getting a bit better. But by putting down some more selection points, I'm helping to provide more guidance to the AI so that it knows what I'm actually trying to select in this case. So keep that in mind, and this really comes in handy because now you can focus on replacing just a very particular type of object or item within your video. So once you've got all those selection points, you can then click on confirm, and remember, you just need to leave it on the first frame. So what I did was I uploaded an image of just a garment, just a jacket over here as my image, and then I typed in the prompt, swap the blue puffer jacket from image 1 for the pink fur coat from the reference image, and this was the result that it ended up giving me, and it completely swapped out that pink fur coat for this jacket, and it did a really good job. So you can really narrow it down to swap out very specific type of items as well. So the next feature is add, and that is exactly what it's going to do. It's going to add an object or a character into your video, and in this case we don't need to make any selection. We just need to upload a video and then provide some context. So the first thing you want to do is upload your video into this section, and then it will start populating the prompt box with the necessary structure. So there we go, I've uploaded my video. You can see the original video has a bank robber basically surrounded by all of these gold bars. But now I'm going to add a cat onto his shoulder because why not? So you can see it also populated the prompt section over here with the necessary structure. But before you adjust this, make sure you upload an image. Now you see you can supply 2 images. I'm just going to showcase this using 1 image. So let's go ahead and give our bank robber a friend. I'm going to drag and drop a white cat over here, and it will automatically add it into my prompt. So as you can see, the prompt has been adjusted, and now we can start editing this prompt, but we have to be a little bit more descriptive because now we're giving the AIs very specific instructions because there's no way to make selections. So as long as your prompt is structured like this, you are good to go. So it says, using the context of the reference video, seamlessly add. Now I want to add this cat, but I need to specify where this cat is going to be added in this video. So I want to add the cat onto the man's shoulder. So you can see over here with the prompt that I used, I essentially said, so add the white cat sitting on the man's shoulder. Right, so you have to give it that context so the AI knows where to add this object or this character. It's as simple as that. It uses 50 credits as well. When you click on generate, you can get some amazing results like this. So now it's essentially bring your cat to bank heist day, because who does not want a cute, adorable cat on their shoulder while they are robbing a bank? But yeah, you can see this is amazing. The integration looks incredible in my opinion. It did change a bit of the background a little bit, but it managed to put that cat on his shoulder, and yeah, really good job. Now this is important. You'll notice that you can use more than 1 image. I personally just stick to using 1 image because when you add more than 1, you can encounter some problems because I think the AI gets confused with the subject you're supplying it with. And in this case, you can see I essentially wanted this parrot to be on the right side of his shoulder and the cat on the left hand side. I've specified that in the prompt, but the AI still got confused and it essentially created a hybrid of a cat and a parrot. So now we've got this carrot on his shoulder. It looks cool, but it's not what I wanted. Right, so these issues can arise from using more than 1 image. But I think the AI also got confused over here because both of the images are animals. So I tried another example where I uploaded, right, I'll show you, I uploaded 2 images as well, but this time I've got an animal and a human being, and it actually managed to add both of those images into the video very well. So the cat is on the man's shoulder, and the bank robber, it says over here, the man is standing next to the man. He's definitely standing next to him, and it did a good job. So just something to keep in mind. Sometimes the AI can merge elements together like this. Maybe that's something you want, but if you make sure that they are very different from each other, you can probably reduce those errors from happening. But yeah, you can add more than 1 image. So the last feature that I'm going to cover is called delete, and it does exactly what it says. It deletes elements from a video and you can use it to get rid of distractions. So I'm going to use this video as an example. It's just something that I just quickly generated, and I'm going to remove the woman from this video. Then I'll generate another video where I remove the man, and I want you to see just how incredible this AI is at filling in that missing information. So just like the previous ones, we need to upload our video first so that it can populate this prompt box with the necessary structure. So whatever video you're using, just drag and drop it in over here and just wait for the prompt to generate. Once your video is uploaded, you'll be redirected to this screen automatically, and now you need to make a selection of what you actually want to remove from your video. So in this case, I'm removing the woman. Right, so I'll just left click to make a selection, and again the AI does a very good job with automatically selecting the woman. If you feel like there's maybe some parts over here that are missing, you can add another selection point and it's going to grow that selection. So I want to make sure I've got the selection on my first frame, and you'll automatically be on the first frame over here. You don't really need to add any more selections into the video. You are good to go. You can click on confirm, and then you can see here by the prompt box, I need to specify what I actually want to delete. So I have to give the AI some context. So I'll say delete the woman, and it's that simple. You can see this also uses 50 credits. So when you click on generate, I get this end result. And this is crazy, right? The AI knew how to fill in all that missing information behind the woman. Like it knew what the door is supposed to look like, the floor, and obviously it was guessing what it should look like, but it did a very good job. Now I tried that with removing the man as well. Now the problem here is that the shadow is still present, so it almost looks like she's talking to a ghost, which is quite creepy. But the fact that it can remove elements like this from a video and do such a good job is just mind-blowing to me. So now I also want to highlight some community outputs that I've seen using multi-elements, and I think this example is excellent by Dobrokotov. This can maybe give you some inspiration, but what he's done over here, and it definitely looks like he's using real-world footage, so he's essentially altered his own reality. He's merging reality with AI to insert this monstrosity into the real world, and Kling just does a very good job with integrating this creature into his footage. You can see how it's matching the lighting and the motion, so very creative end result. Maybe that can inspire you guys so you can alter your own reality. Here's another result by Patrick. Now he's deleted the woman over here, but what I found to be more interesting is the fact that he's created a fusion of these styles. So this character looks like it's something out of Rick and Morty, so he's fusing like the cartoon aesthetic with something realistic, and yeah, pretty cool end result. And then the last example over here is from Gadgetify, where they've created this revealing shot. So they've taken this knitted ghost. You can see in the first video there's nothing inside the box, and then they decided to add that knitted ghost into this result. And again, the integration is just fantastic. So yeah, if you guys think outside the box, you can definitely come up with some very creative ideas. So that's going to be the end of this tutorial. Now you can see just how useful video inpainting is, so go ahead and experiment with this. If you discover some unique use cases, feel free to share it down in the comments down below. Anyway, you guys are super awesome, so stay tuned for some more videos and tutorials, and goodbye.